You may have unknowingly wandered into the toxic maze of a narcissist without realizing it, because lessons on this personality disorder are not taught in school, nor are there any warnings. Like a silent storm, you only truly realize its devastating power when everything is over, when the emotional wounds have become deeply ingrained and difficult to heal. A relationship with a narcissist is similar. Initially, you can easily ignore the unusual signs, dismissing them as just rainy days in love, or comforting yourself that these problems stem from their personal difficulties. Perhaps you even believe that they just need more of your attention, that their negative behaviors are just a cry for help. But then, gradually, you realize you've sunk too deep, trapped in a vortex you don't know when it started, where the narcissist silently drains everything from you. Time, money, energy, love, empathy, and even health. You've poured everything into this relationship with a faint hope that things will get better. However, all you receive in return is exhaustion and emptiness. You are drained bit by bit until you realize that all that remains is an empty shell of yourself. With their arrogant and confident appearance, they are often seen as immune to fear. But the reality is quite different. Hidden behind that perfect mask are deep-seated fears, Achilles' heels that they always try to hide. In this video, we will unveil the secrets together, exploring 7 things that frighten narcissists to the core. But first, please subscribe and like this video to support us. We would also be grateful if you could share this video with those who are in a relationship with a narcissist, because who knows, you might help them find their own way. Now, let's get back to the story about narcissists. So what do you do when faced with these arrogant individuals? Those who carry a huge but distorted and selfish ego? Should you engage in meaningless arguments or try to prove that you are stronger by criticizing them? The answer is no. All of that will not help you escape the narcissist's control. Instead, the first and most important thing I want to advise you is to ignore them. Step 1. Ignore them. Narcissists see the attention of others as the main fuel to maintain their fragile ego. They are always afraid of being abandoned, forgotten, and losing control. Therefore, when they try to drag you into arguments, endless dramas, the most effective way is to ignore them. Believe it or not, this will drive them crazy. Ignoring them is like sticking an arrow straight into their fragile ego. Therefore, no contact is the first tactic you need to understand. Put an end to the source of suffering and annoyance for you, regardless of who the narcissist is: parents, spouse, colleagues, friends, or even children. Because there is only one truth: narcissists will never change. Or if they do change, it won't happen overnight. And if you keep in contact with them, it means you are still feeding their negative energy. Remember that narcissists are very good at wearing masks and acting. They are master manipulators, using many sophisticated tactics to control and exploit others. Sometimes in front of you, they pretend to be a pitiful victim. Sometimes they manipulate your psychology, making you doubt yourself. Sometimes they blame you. Sometimes they criticize you, making you think that all problems are caused by you. Therefore, only by cutting off contact can you get yourself out of the narcissist's sphere of influence. You may wonder why you can't explain, can't argue right and wrong with them. The truth is, the more you do that, the more you fall into the narcissist trap. Because they have a huge distorted ego, they crave the attention of everyone. The more you react, the more you show them that they can easily control you and your weaknesses. So sometimes the best way is to do nothing. Step 2. Set clear boundaries and respect yourself. Let me share with you a truth that may be difficult to hear, but it's something we need to face. Narcissists can only enter your life when you inadvertently allow them to do so. When you are in that relationship, you may have given too much. You may be the one who always tries to please others, always agrees to every request, and does not set limits for yourself. I can guarantee that you have no boundaries, or if you do, they have been constantly broken by the narcissist. Instead of stopping, you continue to try to maintain the relationship, constantly nurturing and indulging their desires. You become a free servant, always having to apologize, listen and share everything. But is this really the role you chose? Absolutely not. You did not sign up for such a one-sided, dedicated relationship. You deserve a healthy, balanced relationship with mutual respect, But in a relationship with a narcissist, what you get is not what you expect. Instead, you get a one-way ticket to Destruction City, and the narcissist understands this because they have done the same to many others before coming to you. They are seasoned manipulators, knowing how to target vulnerable people. Therefore, to avoid falling into the narcissist's trap, you need to proactively establish clear boundaries for yourself. If you are already stuck in their sphere of influence, the first step is to implement the no-contact regime, as I shared earlier. The second step is to show that you have seen through them, that you will no longer let them manipulate you, and set boundaries to prevent them from pulling you back into the mud of abuse. Step 3. Never lower your self-worth by apologizing to a narcissist. Narcissists possess a sophisticated ability to manipulate. They constantly distort reality to make you believe that all mistakes originate from you. When pushed into a position of having to apologize, you may find yourself becoming the culprit even when the truth is completely the opposite. This creates a dangerous psychological loop where you constantly doubt yourself, feeling guilty even though the nature of the problem lies with them. This is a subtle tactic that narcissists use to manipulate and control you. But stop and see what's really going on. In this relationship, you are not the one at fault, you are the one who has endured and borne the hurt. The narcissist is the agent of pain, but they rarely take responsibility for themselves. They avoid the truth, turning you into the bearer of their inner turmoil. Apologizing to them in these situations is not a noble act, but you are inadvertently paving the way for continued abuse. The important thing is that you need to be aware of your self-worth. Your worth does not depend on their forgiveness or recognition, and certainly not through blame or reproach. Every time you bow your head to apologize to keep the peace, you are unconsciously giving them more control over your life and emotions. Step 4. Say the word no. The thing that narcissists hate most is the word no. In their delusional and arrogant minds, they always believe that they are the center of the universe, a person of paramount importance compared to everyone around them. They live in the belief that everything they want must be met, and so, when they hear the word no, they cannot accept it. This is completely independent of how politely, gently, or friendly you refuse them. For them, no is an attack on their fragile and inflated ego. This is actually a simple psychological test to see if someone has a cluster B personality disorder. Just politely and calmly refuse a request from them, saying that you cannot or do not want to do what they ask. If their reaction is uncontrolled anger, that could be a clear sign of narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissists cannot tolerate rejection because, in their grand ideology, everyone around them must obey and satisfy their needs. The word no is not just a short word, but to them, it is also a challenge to the power and central position they always imagine themselves to hold. Step 5. Surprise them. Narcissists rely heavily on predictability to maintain the facade that they are in control of everything. When you surprise them with unexpected actions, you are actually punching holes in the wall they have carefully erected to manipulate and control you. This surprise confuses them because it breaks the sense of control that they have deluded themselves into holding. Imagine a woman married to a narcissistic husband who controls every aspect of her life. In one of his angry outbursts, instead of reacting as usual, she just smiles calmly and suggests they both go to dinner at their favorite restaurant. This surprise stuns him, as it shows that his harsh words can no longer affect or hurt her. From that moment on, the dynamic in their relationship completely changes. Her surprising action is not simply an act of defiance, but also a powerful affirmation that she has regained control of her emotions. When you surprise a narcissist in this way, you not only disorient them, but also make them realize that they no longer have the control over you that they once had. Step 6. Behave differently from them. When you display qualities that a narcissist never has, such as kindness, empathy, and love, it really stuns them. Narcissists always want to pull you into their darkness. They want you to become as dark and hurt as they are. Past hurts have shaped their nature, creating a distorted and imprisoned ego, and they choose to maintain that person. They long to see you broken like them, sharing their fate and trapped in inescapable pain. But when you, despite having experienced abuse and hurt from them, are still able to show compassion and love for others, it shakes them deeply. Because they cannot experience those positive emotions, your kindness makes them question themselves, the choices they have made in life. Step 7. Live a happy life. To make them truly regret what they did, show them that you can be happy and completely stable without their presence. Surround yourself with sincere friends who truly love, cherish, and appreciate the real you. Remember that you are the main character in the story of your life, not a supporting character in someone else's distorted play. Don't let hurt or shame hold you back. Confidently walk the path you choose with your own joy and freedom. Do things that truly make you happy. Travel with friends, enjoy the beauty of nature, or simply watch meaningful movies and spend precious time for yourself. As you focus on your own life, step by step you will realize that what the narcissist brought was only falsehood and toxicity. You deserve more than that: true happiness, freedom from constraints, and a healthy love, not one born of control and manipulation. By building your own life, you not only prove that you are no longer affected by them, but also send a clear message that you deserve better things. And that is what makes them deeply regretful, because they will realize that they have lost someone who is not only strong, but also more confident and happier than ever. And now, as we have explored the hidden corners of the narcissist's mind together, I want to hear your own thoughts. Among the fears that narcissists and their flying monkeys face, what impressed you the most? In your opinion, what are they most afraid of that you could say or do? Is it the fear of being exposed, of having their true nature revealed to everyone? Or is it the fear of losing their source of energy, losing the admiration and adoration they always crave? Please share your own perspectives and experiences in the comments section below. Because every story, every sharing of yours is a piece that contributes to completing the overall picture of toxic relationships. And always remember, a beautiful life is still waiting for you ahead. The journey of healing and recovery from the wounds caused by narcissists is extremely important. Be resilient and believe in yourself.